like 45 pounds more. 45 pounds
20,
more.
30 kilo?
Yes, I
That's
was
like
like 106
60.
kilos.
Okay.
Now I'm 88,
Wow,
90.
wow.
It's really slim now. You know, TACFIT took a lot of weight from that period now. And I feel much lighter and much more able to do my stuff right now than when I was like this. So
You feel better.
Selena pulled me from this. I was totally inflamed, sore all day, you know, couldn't work because I was tired. And now I feel the vitality of the system. But first I came with the kettlebell training. I was pretty motivated to practice and to study the kettlebells. I was the kettlebell guy here in Belo Horizonte for a long time. And then I started to dive deeper on this functional training. And then I found Scott doing club bells. I found that pretty interesting. And I start to research, make my research. It was hard to find something about TACFIT during this time. So I was looking YouTube videos. I always start like, I need to go there to talk with this guy. I need to know more about that. And this was 2012. I designed my own club bell. I asked a guy to do a steel club bell for me. It was awful, but I started to play with that, some movements, because my intent was already to understand more about the system. So I started to practice by myself, you know, because I want.
Scott gives a video, right, on King of Clubs, the program King of Clubs.
King of Clubs.
He gives a little video how to make your own club bell if you can.
Yes, everything that was for free, I was picking up, trying to follow Scott on the social media, but I was just copycatting the movements. I was not picking up all the quality, all the aspects that the system bring, you know. Many people do that. They do some movements, they try to copy something, but when you realize that is much more than the movements itself, you get shocked. It's like overwhelming information, you know.
Yeah.
So you need time for that. And then I practiced for 2 years, but alone, completely alone here. It was good for me to, like, I lose some time, but it was good for my judgment itself. But in 2014, I decided to go to Chile to do the certification with Scott. It was in Chile. It was really crazy, the certification, the travel itself. It was tough because I arrived and do the test. I didn't know nothing at the time. So it was just the beginning for me. In the first day of the certification, I met Scott. It was a lot of people. It was a big crowd. So we couldn't have too much contact with him except for the end of the course. At the end of the course, I could talk with him like 20 minutes. I told that I was following him for a long time, that he would see me again. I would be back. I would bring him to Brazil as well. I told him that he would come to Brazil someday, and he didn't come.
Yet. He messaged me. I messaged him.
We are waiting
with Alan, you know. I was like, hey, we're waiting for you, Scott.
Yes.
So he's like, I'll see you soon in Brazil.
And he will be here soon. So when I went from Chile, I started to teach other instructors first. Livia, Tati, they are already looking for me. And I started to train another instructors that helped me a lot. And give classes for people like clients, personal training. I was applying to evolve more, to digest more the information. And after long years of practicing, doing workshops, I'm here now. I did the team leader test in 2015 in Costa Rica. That was a big jump, a big leap, because I needed to devote a lot of time to the physical aspect of TACFIT, the performance aspect. Okay, so it took like from 2014 to 2015. It took me 1 year practice only that, this test, the specific test, the TACFIT, the coaching aspect. And then after that, coach invited me to be the director from Brazil. The thing started here. In 2015, he gave his confidence to me. It was a moment that I was really proud. And with that, I started to promote the first workshops in Brazil. It was with Alan in Brasilia, because Alan was the first guy to really believe in TACFIT in Brazil, like me. And we start to plan the things for the first certification in Brazil that went in 2016, 1 year later.
In Brasilia, right?
Yes.
Brazil, yeah.
Yes, Brazil. Brasilia, Brazil. So from 2015, I did my team leader. We started to prepare the first crew, the first team, for the first certification in 2016, and this began.
To have,
It was a short story from TACFIT in Brazil.